I could be running or I'm chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time.
Exactly right. We got better things to do than to spend our precious time dealing with just unnecessary mindsets that don't need to be in the world, rather. What up, though? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? It's your man, your friend and family member, Braylon Lee here. Everything on this channel is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything is alleged, in my opinion, and this is for entertainment purposes only. So listen, let's get into it, okay? So shout out to Chit Chat with QT. I absolutely love her. Got to be on a panel with her, a couple of panels, I think, and she is absolutely fabulous. So shout out to her because this is where I got the story. So y'all know Dennis, right? From Portia Family Matters. Well, Hollywood Unlocked from Jason Lee picked up the story of what Maurice said to Carlos King in the interview that he did in Carlos King's Reality with the King podcast. That for Kimmy to, roll over and suffer, giving him pleasure, she's a trooper for that. That was the conversation talked about on Hollywood Unlocked. And I saw at Delicious from Flavor of Love comment. I saw Lyra Cross, shout out to her from Project Runway, seeing that, this is what burning in hell looks like. Many of the comments that I saw was just disgusted by his behavior. And then Dennis said, I want to fight him, tag him. And then Maurice did 3 or 4 laughing emojis and okay with an exclamation point under Dennis's comment. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm single, and I'm going to be real with y'all. Just because my parents are in their 50s doesn't mean they don't know how to use a belt. I would have been whooped, rightfully so, if that were to ever come out of my mouth. But it's not going to, because I was raised better than that. This is dealing with mindset and how you carry yourself and the energy that you give to your responsibilities. Your wife is going through remediation and in dealing with probably the biggest fight of her life. And you have the black audacity and the black hypocrisy to say for her to roll over and take it. She's a trooper for that. No. It is for better or worse. If you were out, she would do the same thing for you. And listen, there's a quote that says, as a boy, I played with my toys, but as I grew into a man, I got rid of those toys because I had better things to do. I'm paraphrasing it. But basically, when you know better, do better. I genuinely think to myself with this show, how in the world does this ish air on every single week? There's something in the industry called the dailies. You guys will never see them, but it happens in movies and TV where they will send a rough edit of that episode or a rough cut of that movie to the executives to review it to see if they can approve it or not. Who is approving these episodes to air on national TV? Because we need to talk. And the reason why the mainstream is going upstream about this is because there is nobody that we know that we will allow this behavior from, but for some odd reason, because it is entertaining, it is acceptable. And I am here to say that is not acceptable. Kimmy Son said, and I quote, "My mom has not ever cried before Maurice." I'm telling you right now, a black son and mother relationship is way different than a black son and father relationship. And I can only imagine Kimmy Son wanting to be of the mindset that family is police and go get some uncles and some nephews and some cousins and do a roll by on you. I can only imagine the restraint that he's had right now. Because guess what? You attacking his mama. And that's Monster's mom too. And at the end of the day, this is what really gets to me. And I can't hope anymore for the Scott brothers. I just can't. None of the men on the show. None of the men. Well, Big Lou is cool people. Big Lou is cool people. But Marceau, for saying to Martell that he had every right to call Big Lou to check Tiffany. For Martell to team up with his side chick to put out a P tape on his ex-wife that paid for his schooling, made sure he was held down, and made sure he could have stability so he could become a somebody. And now with Maurice saying on a national platform that for her to roll over and take it, she's a trooper? Is this what we accepting? I remember Life Class on when it was broadcasted live from Harpo Studios in Chicago before the building got destroyed. When Life Class went out live on tour to Radio City Music Hall, when it was taped from MegaFest. Where is the executives in this situation? Because I know the executives have mothers and aunties and nieces and cousins and female co-workers and the females that are in their lives that they would not put up with this. And yes, I'm calling out the executives here. I'm calling out Carlos King, because guess what? The buck stops with you, bruh. You would not want this out of any family member at all. No one should ever have the black audacity and the black hypocrisy to say that because somebody is rolling over and taking it while they're struggling through something medical, they're a trooper. No one should ever have the capacity, capability, and comprehension to execute that. It gets hard out here for real good men to date out here because we have boys like Maurice, Marceau, and Martell ruin it for the rest of us. And there are some black women that won't date black men because of this behavior. And the words of Todd Chrisley, he said on the Steve Harvey talk show when he was in Chicago, I'm not saying you're a garden tool. I'm saying you exhibiting garden tool behavior. Well, I'm a modernize it, contemporize it, and Braylonize it for you. I'm not saying you a prince, but you're exhibiting prince behavior. I need us as a culture. I need us as a people. But most of all, I need us as the only soul that has been through so much to give a care about the soul we are carrying right now throughout the nation, the world, and the realms of wherever you believe realms are real. Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, whatever realms you believe are real, we need to care because this is getting quite ridiculous. Maurice, there is a meme going around where Lisa is at work and somebody puts a hand on her shoulder and says, I need you to clock out. I need you to clock out this marriage because you don't care about Kimmy. You don't care about Monster. The only person that you seem to care about is yourself, your needs being met, and your selfishness. You can do whatever you want to do for you, but just because you have the right to do it for you doesn't mean that you're not beholden to the consequences of what you do. You know, Justin Timberlake said, what goes around, what goes around, what goes around comes back around, back around. And you tell me, is this fair? Is this the way that's going down? Is this how we need to say goodbye? A good mentor of mine said that there is good in the goodbye. And my mom has always said, the easiest thing to do is say hi. The hardest thing to do is say goodbye. And why does she say that to me? Because saying hi to somebody, you don't know what the reaction is going to be. But once you get past that reaction, you build something. If it's good, it's the hardest to say goodbye because you know that where you're going, you have to make sacrifices and compromises. But when the person that you're with is not invested in you, in the words of Medea, I would rather go get a birthday cake, candles, Shotgun Dance Pizza, shout out to Shotgun Dance Pizza in Little Rock, Arkansas, some sweet heat wings from Rooster's 2 Cafe, and some Sharks catfish. Put it inside my apartment, go back on the other side, lock the door, open up and say, I surprised myself. I promise you, waking up as the skyscraper that you are with all the features is way better than being with someone and you feel like a condemned building with so many violation codes you can't even come back from it. So that's why I have to say, y'all, shout out to Chit Chat with QT for the story. And Dennis, bruh, I thank you for saying what you said to Maurice, but also stand down. Because I promise you this, Nick Cannon said this, I'll never forget this. Nick Cannon said, I'm going to do what I can do. I'm going to allow God to do what I can't do. And with that being said, Dennis, I'm giving that to you. Allow God to do what you, I, or us cannot do. Because I promise you, when it's time to collect, they don't care that you don't have it to give because they want their due. And I promise you, this is a bill that Maurice doesn't have the mental capacity in currency to cash out of his own mental account. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the video. And by the way, y'all, I am seeing the growth on my channel. 156 subscribers. The Stormy video is popping. I thank you guys so much. I got to see The Little Mermaid today. I will be doing a Braylon Lee virtual tour cruise control because, child, I need an hour to talk about that movie. But yes, like, comment, share, subscribe. One love, much love, all love. Have a great 4th of July weekend if you do celebrate that. And if you don't celebrate, just make it a happy June Happy Juneteenth remix day. One love, much love, all love, everybody. Have a good one.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right. I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time